Hello, welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Television with the most important events of the day. I am your host, Ilham Məmmədov. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham accepted credentials of newly appointed Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, Omar Barakat al-Nahar.
The ambassador presented his credentials to President Ilham Aliyev. The head of state then had a conversation with the ambassador. The ambassador first conveyed the greetings of King of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, Abdullah II Ibn al-Hussein, to the head of state. President Ilham Aliyev thanked for the greetings and asked the ambassador to communicate his greetings to the King of Jordan. Noting that Azerbaijan and Jordan are friendly and brotherly countries with a rich history, the head of state lauded the bilateral relations and praised the fact that the two countries have always supported each other within international organizations. Hailing political relations between the two countries, President Ilham Aliyev stressed the importance of expanding economic cooperation in the future. Noting his satisfaction with the appointment as the ambassador to Azerbaijan, Omar Barakat al-Nahar said he was deeply impressed by the ongoing redevelopment processes in Baku and the prosperity of the people. President Ilham Aliyev thanked the ambassador for his warm words about Azerbaijan and wished him success in his activities. They also discussed the expansion of economic and trade relations as well as cooperation in tourism, educational and other areas.
President Ilham Aliyev accepted credentials of newly appointed Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Essam bin Saleh al-Jutaili.
The ambassador presented his credentials to President Ilham Aliyev. The head of state then had a conversation with the ambassador. Noting that there are brotherly relations between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Azerbaijan and friendly ties between the two countries' leaders, President Ilham Aliyev recalled his visits to Saudi Arabia. The head of state once again held the moral and political support provided by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in the issues of protection and restoration of the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan in all periods, both during the occupation and after the liberation of lands from occupation. President Ilham Aliyev praised the fact that the mutual support of the two countries within international organizations has become traditional. Touching upon the economic cooperation, the head of state said that there are good examples in the field of energy and stressed the importance of the Saudi Arabian companies investing heavily in this area in Azerbaijan. The head of state also lauded bilateral ties in all other spheres. Ambassador Essam bin Saleh al-Jutaili first conveyed the greetings of custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud and Crown Prince Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, to the head of state. President Ilham Aliyev thanked for the greetings and asked the ambassador to extend his greetings to the custodian of the two holy mosques and the Crown Prince. Saying that he was greatly honored to be appointed as the ambassador to Azerbaijan, Essam bin Saleh al-Jutaili pointed out that Azerbaijan is a friendly and brotherly country for Saudi Arabia, adding that he received specific instructions on the development of relations in various areas.
On October 4th, Chancellor of the Federal Republic of Germany, Olaf Scholz, made a phone call to President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev. During the phone conversation, the sides exchanged views on regional issues. Olaf Scholz expressed Germany's support for the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the countries in the region. He emphasized that his country supports the Brussels process led by President of the European Council, Charles Michel. The German Chancellor hailed the visit of his resident coordinator mission of the UN in Azerbaijan to the city of Khankendi as a positive step. The head of state underlined Azerbaijan's commitment to the regional peace agenda and its close support for the Brussels process conducted with the participation of President of the European Council, Charles Michel. President Ilham Aliyev noted the humanitarian aid provided by the central government to the Armenian residents of Karabakh, said that services are provided to the Armenian residents in the fields of migration and social protection on the ground, adding that the relevant registration processes have started and a special portal has been set up for this. As a demonstration of the transparency provided by Azerbaijan in this field, the head of state said that a group consisting of representatives of the UN Resident Coordinator Office in the country and UN specialized agencies visited the area and pointed out that they also issued a corresponding statement that no damage was recorded to the civilian population, civil and social infrastructure. Araik Arutyunyan, who took part in the aggressive war while holding the post of the so-called president of Nagorno-Karabakh Republic, who is suspected of the organization of attacks on Ganja and Barda during the Patriotic War and the perpetration of numerous other crimes, is held criminally liable as reported by the State Security Service and General Prosecutor's Office.
General Prosecutor's Office and State Security Service are undertaking complex measures on criminal cases launched in connection with the investigation of crimes against humanity, war crimes, terrorism and other acts committed by illegal Armenian armed formations operating on the territory of Karabakh. As a result of investigations, there were substantiated suspicions that native of Azerbaijani city of Khankendi, Araik Arutyunyan, took part in the aggressive war waged on the territory of Azerbaijan while holding the post of the so-called president of the Nagorno-Karabakh Republic and other posts, participated in mobilization, training and financing of mercenaries, as well as attracting them to the military conflict and military operations. Besides this, Araik Arutyunyan is suspected of organizing and coordinating actions of military formations not envisaged by the legislation of the Republic of Azerbaijan, supplying them with weapons, ammunition, explosives, military equipment, organizing of training on the use of these weapons, smuggling them to the territory of Azerbaijan, and financing of terrorism. As a result of investigative operative measures, there emerged substantive grounds to suspect that Araik Arutyunyan was organizing such crimes as mining of the territory of Azerbaijan with the aim of committing terrorist acts, launching of ballistic missiles on the residential settlements and civilian infrastructure in Ganja and Barda, which incurred death and injury of numerous civilians, organizing terrorist attacks to inflict great damage to the civilian and military infrastructure. On October 28th of 2020, Araik Arutyunyan was indicted based on the corresponding articles of the Criminal Code, and a measure of restraint in the form of arrest based on the decision of the court was held against him, and an international arrest warrant was issued against him. On October 3rd of this year, Araik Arutyunyan was detained by the State Security Service in the city of Khankendi and was charged based on the Article 100, 116, 117, 120, 214, 214.1, 214.3, 218, 279, and so on. Currently, the State Security Service and General Prosecutor's Office are undertaking necessary investigative operational measures.
The State Security Service is continuing the criminal case related to the terrorist acts committed by the illegal armed groups operating in the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan. 3 more separatists, Arkady Gukasyan, Bako Saakyan and David Ishkhanyanan, were arrested.
According to the information released by the State Security Service, 3 more separatists, Arkady Gukasyan, Bako Saakyan and David Ishkhanyan, who committed countless crimes in Karabakh, were detained and brought to Baku. They established military forces under titles such as President of Nagorno-Karabakh Republic and Acting President, which were not envisaged by Azerbaijani law. Furthermore, they provided an opportunity for military units to carry out their operations. Raids were conducted by military groups on offices, organizations and individuals, resulting in fatalities and other significant criminal offenses. All 3 detainees were accused of supplying illicit armed groups with weapons, ammunition, explosives, military equipment and supplies. They were also charged with illegally acquiring firearms, their constituent parts, ammunition and explosive devices. Moreover, they provided these items to others, kept them and facilitated their transportation. There are significant suspicions about their potential involvement in committing and financing terrorism through their collaboration with unlawful armed factions misusing funds and assets. As a result of State Security Service actions, 3 individuals were arrested on 3rd October 2023 and charged under the relevant sections of the Criminal Code for terrorism related to the organized use of firearms, explosives and devices. The detainees are Arkady Gukasyan from Khankendi and Bako Saakyan from Khankendi and David Ishkhanyan from the Khojavet region of Azerbaijan. They have been charged with financing terrorism, organizing terrorist training, illegally obtaining, storing, transporting and distributing firearms, their components, ammunition, explosives and devices as part of a criminal group, as well as forming armed groups and unauthorized groups. The investigative operative measures against the above-mentioned persons are continuing.
You can get in touch with us by contacting AzTV Khabar's hotline number 051-511-1956, through which you can report events you come across as well as share your suggestions and remarks. You can also contact us via our WhatsApp and Telegram accounts. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.